to another edition of Inside the Album. I am your host, Alfred Pinkerton. Today, we will be talking to a man who single-handedly changed the face of music in the late 1970s during the rise of punk rock. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Australia, the lead singer of the Smegma Brothers, Danny Forskyn. Mr. Forskyn, it's a pleasure to have you on the show.
Right. Thanks for having me.
Now, of course, we have to start with your band's debut album, Choking on Conch Cheese, and then get into how the Smegma Brothers got together, and then finally, how did the first album come to pass?
Well, we were owed a dealer some money, so we started a band to try to pay him back the money. We made more than we thought, so we bought more skag.
Outstanding! And how did you come up with the names for both your band and your debut album?
In a public loo, shooting some skag into our cocks, and we noticed we had a bad case of the smegma. After that, it just seemed like a good name. It's pretty much the genesis of that.
And just as the book of Genesis, a Bible unto itself.
Right.
Now let us go into the single for your second album, Armadillo. Was an interesting departure from your smegma-themed material before. Do you care to talk to me about that?
Well, it's pretty simple, really. I was in Torrance, Texas, and I buggered a bloke with an armadillo.
You buggered a bloke.
In his bum.
In his bum.
With an armadillo.
With an armadillo.
He got checked for leprosy, but, he was okay. We had a good laugh.
And that second album of yours was entitled Butter Up My Man Tits.
That was our second and final album. We broke up at the end of that tour. Our record label dropped us after the Armadillo scandal.
What was the name of that record label again?
It was Taint Liquor Records.
Taint Liquor Records, ah yes.
Taint Liquor
The
Records.
maker of many of the greats as far as albums go.
We do what we can, I suppose.
So, what does the future hold then for Danny Forskyn? What do you see coming forward that maybe you should tell this camera, this camera, this camera?
After I got off the skag, I decided I'm gonna start getting my life together and using my platform to protest inequality here in America. LGBTQ rights, things of that nature. Perhaps some sexism as well, try to sort that out.
I have never been more offended in my entire life, sir.
You weren't offended by Taint Liquor Records?
Get the hell out of my studio!
Right, okay.
Mr. Forskyn, you fucking communist!
You're gonna get the foreskin
I'm
on
not
the way out.
American!
Right.
No!
Hey.
Leave me alone!
Knock her off.
Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. That unpatriotic display was otherworldly. Up next, I sit down with P. Diddy to talk about his passion for women's rights. This has been... The fuck is our name again? Inside the Albums.